Welcome. I am Day of DHB Devotion, Health, and Beauty Recovery Network. I am a woman in recovery from loss, grief, trauma, and addiction. I have been actively pursuing intentional wellness in recovery. I have found that daily affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations have been a help in my foundation of recovery. And I hope that these will also be a foundational practice for you as well. Walk with me on the recovery journey and remember that you are not alone. Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. April 2nd. Character building. Demands made upon other people for too much attention, protection, and love can only invite domination or revulsion. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 44. When I uncovered my need for approval in the fourth step, I didn't think it should rank as a character defect. I wanted to think of it more as an asset, that is, the desire to please people. It was quickly pointed out to me that this need can be very crippling. Today, I still enjoy getting the approval of others, but I am not willing to pay the price I used to pay to get it. I will not bend myself into a pretzel to get others to like me. If I get your approval, that's fine, but if I don't, I will survive without it. I am responsible for speaking what I perceive to be the truth, not what I think others may want to hear. Similarly, my false pride always kept me overly concerned about my reputation. Since being enlightened in the AA program, my aim is to improve my character. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon. April 2nd. I have heard that the time to be especially gentle with myself is not when I'm doing well, but when I'm doing poorly. I may be able to push myself hard when things are going my way, but I invite trouble if I try this when I'm already struggling to manage the basic activities of my life. I used to worry that if I didn't push myself all the time, I would turn into a slug and nothing would get done. But my fourth step inventory showed me that the opposite is true. I tend to be very hard on myself, so hard at times that I make my own life unmanageable. As a result, I often accomplish less than I would if I took a more gentle approach. For me, the best antidote is the slogan, easy does it. When I notice that I'm having trouble with my day, I try to slow down. And instead of automatically assuming I am wrong, I try to consider the possibility that I might be right on schedule. Today's reminder, Easy Does It, suggests not only that I learn to slow down, but also that I learn to lighten up. Today I will strive to take a more accepting attitude toward myself and to enjoy the day regardless of what I achieve. There is a quote and it reads, improving our own attitudes and our own state of mind takes time. Haste and impatience can only defeat our purposes. Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. April 2nd. Attraction. Our public image consists of what we have to offer: a successful, proven way of maintaining a drug free lifestyle. Basic text, page 75. Yes, we are attracting new members. More and more addicts are finding Narcotics Anonymous. But how do we treat our newest members when they arrive worn out from their struggles with addiction? Do we reach out to newcomers who are standing by themselves at our meetings, confused and uncertain? Are we willing to give them rides to meetings? Do we still work one on one with the addict who suffers? Do we give out our phone numbers? Are we eager to go on a 12-step call, even if it means getting up from our comfortable beds in the middle of the night? Will we work with someone who has a different sexual orientation or is from another culture? Are we generous with the gift of our time? No doubt, we were met with love and acceptance by our fellow addicts. What attracted many of us to Narcotics Anonymous was the feeling that we had finally found a place where we belonged. Are we offering that same sense of belonging to our newer members? We cannot promote Narcotics Anonymous, but when we put principles into action in our lives, we attract newer members to the NA way, just as we were attracted to recovery. Just for today, I will work with the newcomer. I will remember that I once was a newcomer myself. I will seek to attract others with the same sense of belonging I've found in NA. Today, Emotions Anonymous, April 2nd. Reflection for today. One of the toughest things I ever have to do is get myself going after a setback. The fear of ridicule and the heartbreak of disappointment sap me of the drive and energy needed to start up again. First, I need to ask my higher power for a bold dash of enthusiasm to set up a spark of hope, which is a driving force that enables me to try again. Upsets, setbacks, and unsuccessful attempts can become ways for me to strengthen my emotional stability by re examining my priorities. If my method did not work, why not? I have to take a new look at the problem by viewing it from someone else's standpoint and by detaching myself. Maybe I cannot see the forest for the trees. I can try again with the help of my higher power, grasping one hand and the EA program and friends clinging tightly to the other. Meditation for today. Give me back my enthusiasm and hope when at first I do not succeed. Today I will remember my success is measured by my willingness to keep trying. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. April 2nd. Wholeness. We start with the premise that we are whole and that we had a normal reaction to an abnormal situation of being raised in a dysfunctional home. Our normal reaction to protect ourselves has created survival traits, compulsions, and self-harming behaviors, which respond to the ACA steps and spiritual remedies. BRB, Big Red Book, page 143. When we hear we are whole at our core, we wonder, if this is true, why do I feel so unworthy or defective? Why can't I seem to live from the truth of my wholeness? The ACA Recovery Program brilliantly, gently, and progressively unravels this dilemma and gradually returns us to our birthright of being whole, of being our true self. As we apply the program in our lives and awaken step by step to our true self, we start to feel compassion for all the dysfunctions we used to judge and feel ashamed of. Of course, we say, it's completely understandable that I reacted the way I did. We cut ourselves some slack and feel mercy for ourselves. We did the best we could under the circumstances. It's totally normal that we reacted the way we did to the dysfunctional conditions in our upbringing. It's not our fault. We were powerless. We coped as best we could by developing survival traits, compulsions, and self harming behaviors. We weren't bad or wrong for doing that. As we practice the steps and reparent ourselves with our higher power solution, we forgive ourselves for our shortcomings and reclaim our birthright to wholeness. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I will feel compassion for myself, recognizing that my dysfunctional reactions were normal. I did the best I could." Please like, share, subscribe, and most of all, be the best that you can be, that you are created to be, one day at a time.